That's a rocket.
Shakespeare, Dickens, Wordsworth, Austen, Hemingway. They all share something in common. None of them wrote the Goosebumps series. Reader beware, you're in for a scare. Explanation. Goosebumps is a series of children's horror books written by R.L. Stine that features children in scary situations, and was the main reason that I slept with the lights on until this morning. Goosebumps was originally intended for young adult female readers, which is fine. That's fine. It's fine. I so relate to you. The first book in the series, Welcome to the Dead House, was released in July of 1992, making that the scariest summer break ever. It was an instant hit, and R.L. Stine went on to write another 61 books by 1997. Since that time, over 350 million Goosebumps books have been sold worldwide, and they've been translated into 32 different languages. The original 62 Goosebumps books spawned various spin-offs, most of which were written by R.L. Stine. Who abbreviates their name to RL? Randy Lawnmower. That's all I can think of. Randy Lawnmower Stine went on to write Tales to Give You Goosebumps and Goosebumps Triple Header, which were scary, and short story anthologies. The Tales to Give You Goosebumps books were choose-your-own-adventure stories featuring multiple endings, and the reason why I kept the flashlight by the bed. Richie Lincoln Log Stine wrote some of these books, but there were also ghostwriters. For instance, his own sister-in-law. To learn more about these books, turn to page 48. To learn more about these books, turn back to page 2. If you want to continue learning, quit turning pages, because we're watching something. There's no book. The Goosebumps Series 2000 consisted of 25 books that R.L. Stine claimed were scarier than the originals. Not the TV show The Originals, we'll talk about that later. The original Goosebumps books. The old 62, as I'm gonna call them. Although they probably were scarier than the originals TV show. In 2008, Rocket Lounge Stine launched the Goosebumps Horrorland series. This marked the first time there was an interconnected Goosebumps universe where all of the stories related to each other and happened in the same place. The original Goosebumps series also gave rise to a television show, which was the #1 kids show for 3 years running in the United States, 3 video games, 2 board games, and a feature-length film starring Jack Black that's coming out this October. In it, Jack Black plays the role of R.L. Stine, whose creatures escape from his stories. Rainbow Liquor Stine was originally a humor writer. He wrote joke books for kids, and he claims he's never been scared. Rufus Longbottom Stine, I call you a liar. Everybody gets scared. Everybody's been scared they're gonna poop their pants. Right, guys? Guys? Right Left Stine used the same formula for writing horror that he did for jokes, where scares were just punchlines. The old 62 original Goosebumps books all had similar plot devices and contained a lot of the same elements. There was a formula that went into writing them. All books center on a child protagonist who is middle class. Usually the protagonist is 11 years old. The main character either moves to a new town or is sent away to stay with relatives. Either way, there is little to no adult supervision in the Goosebumps books because apparently children in the 90s had it together. We had it together because there's no way we would wander into a haunted amusement park built on an Indian's burial ground and fall into a well underneath which was a basement full of haunted ghosts that could inhabit your soul and take it to the nether realm. That wouldn't happen. The location of the story is usually somewhere quiet and remote, like a suburb or a camp or a boarding school. The books are usually told in first-person perspective, and they contain supernatural horror. So things that aren't real, things that are more surreal, ghosts and haunted masks and stuff like that. Twist endings and cliffhangers are also common. And then there's something I like to call Goosebumps science. Goosebumps science is like regular science, written by crazy people on bar napkins. It's like if you had real science try to explain something to you, but you weren't listening because that dog has a fluffy tail, and then you just filled in all the gaps of your memory with magic. Ricochet Leopard Stine has publicly stated that he's never done any research whatsoever for his Goosebumps books. These are 5 life lessons I learned from Goosebumps. These rules have kept me alive. Granted, I haven't left my house in 19 years. I just sit at home all day watching Someone's here. Number one, don't be 11, which was particularly terrifying when I was 10. Number two, never leave home. Don't stay with relatives, don't go to camp, don't move to a new town, just don't leave your house. Unless it's haunted. Then you leave. Number three, stay out of the basement. Such a steadfast rule, it's the name of a book. Number four, don't trust inanimate objects, especially not dolls, puppets, or lawn gnomes, or cameras. Number five, hobbies will get you killed. Unless your hobby is Mary Poppinstein. Mary Poppinstein. You thought it's back. If you're a fan of Rice Krispie Lentil Stein, check out some of his other work, the Fear Street series, Obituaries for Kids, and also check out Reader Beware on Beaned It Productions channel. It's where we read Goosebumps books and tell you about them. Sort of like this show, but with more fear and cursing. The Goosebumps feature film starring Jack Black comes out in October of 2015. That's this year. If you guys have something else you want explained, leave it down there, and we will get to it, and it will be great.